manufacturer. So they are on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So if we get out late in the day to a site and it's something that we have to troubleshoot with them, sometimes we can't get a hold of them. So we end up having to postpone it till the next day.
Yeah.
So
we run into that with parts ordering here too.
Yeah.
Something is back east and we call it 2 o'clock in the afternoon, forget it, you know, unless they have
even our parts, I mean, we operate out of Arvada, Colorado, so they're only an hour ahead there, but still, even our parts, it's the same thing. If it's late in the day, we order something, probably the order isn't going to go through till the next day, so then we get it the following day. So
Copy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I just had that happen yesterday.
yeah.
I was troubleshooting the C starter,
Okay.
and it was 4 o'clock. It was too late to get anything going.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So I just submitted the EML, and you know, it's on its way today.
Okay.
Cool.
What's up?
How often do you replace parts inside here?
Quite often.
Quite often.
Yeah. Like I said, it's usually the credit reader goes bad a lot, or the printer. Not too often on the motherboard, but we've had a few lately. We've had to, or the display. So it's got a touch screen. So this board here runs the touch screen, and then you got the display here, display board. So these go bad too, especially the touch screen, because people are, you know, touching it all day long.
Jamming it.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus it's out in the sun, and, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I want to show you is, we'll have to go inside. If it's not selling codes at the pump or register, 9 times out of 10, this is what I do. We'll go inside. There's 2 routers inside under the counter. Hello, good morning. So on the register, you got the little, that's that box outside. That's actually a wash select too, kind of an old school. But right now it's showing.
So do you hit that, or what do you do?
No,
We'll get out of your way.
You just see that it has an error.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's going to be hard with everybody here, but. So we got 2 routers here. One runs a credit system, one runs the codes, and you have to have internet to this. So what I do, if it's not selling at the register, I'll reset the routers. You just pull that. Yeah, pull that plug it back in.
30 seconds, 60 seconds?
Just
5 seconds?
5 seconds. Oh man, it's hard. There we go. Do the same thing with that, and then there's another little box right here. It's called the Moxa box. This actually generates the codes to the register. If you unplug it here, you have to reboot everything. Or here. This is going to the register here. What I do is unscrew this. The light goes out.
Just a simple twist.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can take it all the way out if you want.
Well, I mean, a simple twist is good enough.
Yeah. Like that.
Is that also a power source?
Yeah, this is the power to this.
It's a great product,
Let the light can go back to green.
Okay.
Then I do the routers.
There's lights on these routers?
Yes.
Oh, on the back. Okay.
This is internet, and then these are going to the other router, and then and then one Cat 5 goes all the way out to that box outside.
Okay.
and that's because because of.
Reboot those.
Did you disconnect both of them?
We have our own monitoring system
Just-
for the.
I just did the one for now,
But yeah, you would suggest unplugging them both.
Yeah, okay. I start with that
And
little
the screen,
I start with the box,
red pop
that
up,
little box.
Make a phone call to the store.
Then I do those two, and then I
Get it
suck the power
reset.
outside.
Okay.
So
basically
all
like
three,
a
you would
complete
reset them all.
reset.
Got
Yep.
it.
Well, I think with the
And
way
that
the
usually
cost per car
restores
thing
things.
works with us with Chevron
That's
right
the
now,
first thing
yeah,
I ever did. And 9 times out of 10.
We're trying to get them
layer
all
one.
one.
Yeah, yeah. If that doesn't work, then you have to start digging in deeper. But usually that works. And like if you guys can handle, go to a store and they say they're not selling codes, try that first.
Okay.
And
Resetting those three.
yeah, absolutely.
So there's what was the name of the Wecco or
You got the Moxa box.
Moxie box first?
Yeah,
Then
the
the
2
router.
routers, and then
then
I'll
the hard
cycle.
reset.
Are they all going to look the same at every store?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Awesome.
Every store.
Awesome.
They might be in different places under the counter.
I understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a rat's
But
nest
same
of
one.
wiring, possibly.
Yeah,
But-
like the one we found in Temecula, it's basically sandwiched between the cigarette rack.
Yeah.
So you really got to be careful if you're going that route. Well, excuse me, you actually found out it was actually pulled up onto the counter. But if it's ever behind a cigarette rack and you have fueling lines there and you have other telecom stuff there, be very, very vigilant, very careful. If at any point you don't feel comfortable, just stand out. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
Yeah.
So maybe on Sunday.
So far, so good. It's not recording.
This doesn't have much.
That's funny. That's good
Majority of our
stuff.
other machines, you'll see, there's still a good portion of these in the fleet,
yeah.
but they're moving all towards choice washes where we can do them. So
Okay. Corey was saying that this is what's called a touch-free wash.
yeah, this is our AquaJet XT.
Yeah.
All of the machines that Chevron has of ours are on the XT platform. So they're all controlled by the same controller, which is what we call a CP0, which is always going to be right here on the wall somewhere near the entrance. So all of the machines are on the XT platform, so they're all going to be reset, programmed, and controlled in the same manner from this. But this machine, obviously, you don't see any brushes on it except for the wheel brushes. So what I'd like to do at some point is do another training at a site that has a choice wash, which is the machine that'll do both.
Yeah.
And that way we can show you guys how to manually move the brushes. Something gets stuck inside the brushes, something gets stuck under the machine, under the brushes. We can show you guys how to move that stuff manually. So, but this is our touch-free model.
Awesome. Okay. Well, that makes it a little easier too on some of these things because we have less mechanics to deal with, right? Less brushes, less. So the resets are probably going to be higher at those stations also though too, because
Yeah.
the motors love to overamp.
Oh yeah.
And cause a trip.
Yep.
So,
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
With that being said, with these, you said these are XT models?
Yes.
With these XT touch-free models, what are your, as far as the mechanics of the car wash, what are the biggest nuisances that occur with this? Because you have your major repairs and then you have your nuisance repairs.
Photo eyes,
Photo eyes.
dirty. These are the undercarriage eyes. They control just the undercarriage, so when you arm the wash, lock those eyes, and it kicks on the undercarriage. There's also photo eyes on the gantry. Obviously, this is the turtle plate. When the tire gets on there, it activates the wash. You got it set here. These are the entrance eyes. Every time I walk into a bay, it's habit anymore. I clean them, swipe them off with your fingers. Absolutely. I noticed in California, you get a particular kind of crust on them, or what, calcium.
Like a hard water
Yeah.
deposit, yeah. And then you'll see there's also the exit eyes at the exit side. And those also measure if someone is to pull in and pull onto the treadle pad and it tells them to stop, but they keep rolling forward. If their car gets to the point where they break these eyes, then it'll tell them to back up. So the backup lights will turn on the front here.
So it's almost like an electric, because I'm a door technician.
Yeah.
It's almost like an electric gate, right?
Same
Gate
thing.
coming down, it'll hit it, it goes. The photo eyes might be a little different than the react.
Yeah, but same concept,
Yeah,
same principle.
concept, I get it, yeah.
Sure.
One little trick we use, take the camera on your phone. See that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's you see if it's on.
yeah.
Yeah, piece of the light for your
Yeah.
camera lens, which you can't see with your
So that's the first thing we'll do if you're having a photo eye issue, just to see if they're energized to begin with, you know. That one, that's the transmitter, so usually you don't get that light. But the receivers, you're gonna get that. Or actually, the transmitter. Yep. And then these bottom ones are the hub. All these do is control the hub brush, which there's a parameter you set up for. Since we have this rail here, a lot of times it'll block that eye at home position. So it uses a parameter for the pulse on the gantry to do the front tire, but that reads the rear tire.
Yeah, so it sees where your rear
Yeah.
tire starts and stops, and then it centers the hub scrub in the middle of your back wheel. The front wheel, it's gonna be determined by where the treadle plate sits.
What would you call this?
The treadle plate?
Treadle?
Treadle. T-R-E-A-D-L-E.
Is this a pressure plate?
Yes.
So it's
This is
normally
what tells the
open?
car when to stop.
Okay, so it's like
there.
a normally open switch.
And
They
the
roll on it, so it
Closed.
closes the circuit.
Stoplight kicks on, tells them to stop, horn honks at them.
So you have a transmitter.
If they pull over it, stoplight turns off. And as soon as they break those back photo